Welcome to my channel Journey of Spirit. Again, in addition to the already given downloads, cause and effect. Again, the easiest example is people trying to offer help. I kind of got off from speaking the last time. But the easiest example is light worker, healer, etc. Yeah? Can also reply to our connection to spirit guides. But to keep it in a neutral form, yeah, tarot can give you insights, but it can deprive someone the lesson of figuring stuff lessons out on their own. Let's say life is a school practice. We all have beautiful affirmations for that, and other ways of putting it, like playing in somebody's sandbox. Yeah, so life is school practice. You can help someone cheat the game, is what Spirit said. But when kids, the inner child in this case, don't get their stimulants, they will take it by kicking against boundaries and or going to extremes. So if intervention means correcting better, no, if intervention means correcting, better said trying to, the inherent misunderstanding or interpretations will still happen due to karma and just lessons you need to grow, yeah? Because you wanted to prevent divine beings, inner child, to learn, you wanted to prevent them learning their lessons. You thought you were helping, but actually you aren't. You are intervening in the divine plan. For example, Spirit has guided me to talk a bit more about me and my mother, and it's going to be a small segment. For example, my mom decided to block her gifts, at least trying to, as much as possible. So I didn't have a teacher on the spiritual growing up. Yeah. I understand now through my lessons and going through it alone. I understand polarity enough to understand that for cosmic balance, I'm the opposite, yet similar due to the inherent memory cells. Yeah? So in order to have the or get the gifts, it needed to come from somewhere. Yeah? She blocked it, and to be her opposite, or to be my child in my child eyes, think I could do better, yeah, make it work. I needed to pick it apart. Every layer she thought was wrong, or all the reasons why people would say don't go there. Yeah. For the collective insight, you can see that interference, or trying to interfere, like I said, I'm always guided to do certain things, and Spirit will give me the insight later. So me posting the mirror video versus a special message for you is for the collective to see the trust and to move with spiritual guidance. For the people concerning, it was on a light code level, not to worry, and confirmation, because in this chaotic energy, sometimes we like that aha, or hey, you're right, confirmation. Collective needs to ask themselves, what is this what is this reading for? What do I see? Because in a reading, if you see, look at my videos, you see me talking, but there are keys, tools, etc. behind it, or however you want to analyze it or give it words. So when you go into a tarot reading and you don't want to be deprived of lessons, you can ask yourself, what is this reading for? What do I want to see? Versus why am I seeing this? And what are the tools? For other readers, because I sensed a couple of people trying to connect, and it's not only on, I'm going to leave it in the middle. Anyhow, know that people from when I was younger, growing up, I had a lot of people coming toward me randomly and would start spilling the beans or spilling other word for shameful, embarrassing little stuff, but in graphic detail. And I never understood why. When they would do that, it would trigger visions instantly. I never knew why that was. I was like, okay, they feel comfortable with me and therefore they are spilling their guts. Yeah? It is a metaphor. It is a way how spirit communicates with us. I don't want a German accent because I'm Dutch. Yeah. So somebody could be popping in and has a German accent. Spirit was like, jawohl, very enthusiastic. Anyway, can we move on? Yeah. So Spirit showed me the reason behind it, and it will show me in layers. Now it was to explain the spiritual journey, and that you can go through quirky eras or something. It has to do with jumping into rabbit holes. It is to mold the mind a bit, to be flexible, to go through rabbit holes, to understand where they came from, meaning ancestors, etc. So it all has a purpose. If you are a reader and you didn't do these you didn't go through these lessons, you didn't quantum leap, you didn't want to learn to discern or whatever, you may find yourself in situations which want to make you cry. When it backfires, then is what I will add to the equation. Also, the download message said the last flu season was a purge, but also when people commented spiritual warfare and sleep attacks, to protect you, if you are not sleeping, flu season shifted the sleeping patterns, yeah? If you are not sleeping, they can't attack you. Can they? Ah! If you are not in your regular routine, they don't know when to attack you, do they? And if there were people doing it, their so-called magic would be happening during their daytime when overseas, while being a night dweller. Spirit is, help it make sense. And doing it in the light of day. So it would be already, by logic, it would already be illuminated when you did your naps. Also, if your sleep pattern was off, yeah, and you get overseas spiritual warfare, you are ahead, so you are in time or you are in past time. Because if today is the 7th versus the 8th overseas, then you are in the past while they are in the future. Yeah, so you would all and be on other planes, so other dimensions, in another time setting, illuminated by light. Debunk me. Is what Spirit says. So, hence divine protection. You were divinely protected. You could have been more trusting, more loving during this time, and view it like the mentioned, and somehow get to know dream state, etc., and its sensations during a polar opposite. So if you would define yourself as a moon witch, how would some worship or practice for self serve you by day under the sun? so to speak. Like this, if you did it lovingly, without the meddling. So if you would look at it positively and you would work with the energy, go with the flow, yeah, you wouldn't be meddling. You would help raise collective consciousness, yeah, anyway, and help ancient beings to better or new insights as thanks for their guidance. Because in the overall, if you are an empath, if you are sensitive, your sensitivity as a reader or light worker is to learn cause and effect, dharma or / karma. So you, with your inner child, wouldn't go vengeful on someone, yeah? You would stay loving. So if you get an inheritance and it are the gifts with the bigger scope, the bigger people in greed, yeah? Animosity. The gifts the higher ups would like to harvest or something, yeah? If you are divine or having bigger goals, you need to know what it does when you work with the energy of cause and effect. And then I had some other insights as well, but that's for later. A later video. The key point is that this downloaded message came across, and it's a more general knowledge. Trying to see if Spirit has something else, because they showed me in different cycles in different ways. Whereas, for example, if you didn't go through it all, or are unaware in how much one little detail can affect the whole sequence, the whole collective, then your karma is to be triggered by the old residue of your wounds. So you would go in a loop. It's your choice. Yeah. People trying to connect. Spirit was like, if you see those ghost investigations series, yeah, where mediums like to take their space, stand their ground. To give pure messages, they need to work solo for a, yeah? That is for the most part a belief system or a phase or whatever you would like to call it where I was in. So I'm going to think about, contemplate the how and what. So I'm going to leave it at this. I hope this was of genuine help. I gave you some clarity and insight, because I did sense people panicking. Oh yeah, that tarot niche. There were readers that got a nudge about that sensitivity, that cause and effect. And I can call it mirror mirror, basically, but it is whatever theory resonates with you. So cause and effect and being empath. Yeah, that you pick up what you put out. As in direct, has to do with spiritual gifts and a level up. So some need the karma and whatever they chose, and others like polar opposites. See how it flows. There are polar opposites awakening to their truth. That's a nice way to end a cycle. See you in the next Namaste.